back home in time for a derby. I mean, pretty good occasion to really get back into things, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. I think it's a massive game in any calendar year, derby, and to be back here at City and represent this club in a derby in my first supposed big home game, yeah, I can't wait. Looking forward to it.
So obviously returning on loan now from Celtic. There was talk about Sydney maybe in on you as well, the City, and no doubt there are other options as well. What made City the best fit for you?
I think I had an opportunity to come back and to give back to the club that nurtured me and brought me here as a young player, and they gave me every opportunity and helped me grow as a player, and I can only thank them for the time here before, and I want to hopefully repay them back in this time here now.
What do you want to get out of this loan stint, Marco? Obviously, I'm sure you've got things you want to prove to Celtic, to yourself, all sorts.
Yeah, I think it's an important 6 months for myself, and as I said before, we got the Asian Cup in April with the 23s, and that's obviously the Olympic qualifiers. So that's a massive thing for the 23s, and I want to help the team hopefully qualify for another Olympics. And for myself, if I can get myself to another Olympic Games, I think it'd be pretty special. So that played a big factor in my return.
What did Celtic say to you? Because obviously you would have gone there with high hopes. You had the injuries and some difficult moments. What did they say to you about this loan stint?
Yeah, obviously they supported me with my decision. I wasn't obviously getting the game time that I wanted, so for me it was important, as I said, the next 6 months I play as much as I possibly can, and I have the opportunity to come back here, so I couldn't say no to that.
What did Ange bringing you back in for Socceroos? You got a bit of game time, you got lots of really quality training time, that faith for you and coach. What did that do after maybe a difficult stint?
Yeah, I think it's massive. Obviously Arnie's about giving opportunities, and he's always given me opportunities from back at the Olympics when he brought me in to now into the Socceroos. And for me as a player, when you get opportunities, it's always about repaying the people that are putting faith in you. So he put faith in me again and taken me to the Asian Cup, and obviously it was unfortunate how it all ended, but yeah, it was really a really good tournament from the team, and I was just really happy to be there.
You mentioned the AFC U23 Championships before and qualifying for the Olympics. That doesn't take place in an international window. Like when you were coming in, was City fully aware? Like you were telling them, like, I'm going to be gone for that. I'm going to be representing the other Olyroos.
Yeah, I've made them well aware of obviously my intention to go away with the 23s in April, and they're not going to stop me in doing that. So it's obviously if I get selected for that, I'll be away for that month. So.
How's it been coming into a City team that's not at the top? Like the team's struggling a bit. You come in, and then last week that pretty heavy defeat. The team's not doing so well. How's it been for you coming in?
It obviously changes at the club in terms of personnel and all that kind of stuff, but you still have the base of the stars of the team that are still there, and I think it's been a lot of hiccups in terms of injuries and getting players back and all these kind of things, and I think over time as we get everyone back and up to full fitness, I think we'll be a very strong team coming back into the season, but for the time being it's about process and winning every game, and it starts this weekend in the massive derby.
How good an opportunity is that to respond?
Yeah, I think it's huge. I think it doesn't get much better than that. Melbourne derby it's probably the pinnacle for City, and with the opportunity, as I said, to play in the derby, I think it's massive that we have that opportunity to bounce back from last week.
What was it like for you walking back into the CFA? Because not only are they struggling, but you walk in, Aurelio's the coach now, there's been a massive amount of turnover in that squad that was pretty settled when you were there. What was that like?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Obviously, as I said, the backroom staff and all that personnel stayed the same. Obviously a new coach in Aurelio, but he implements pretty much the same things of my time here before, and obviously he's, as a coach, always want to implement little things, but yeah, just got to get on board with what he wants from you as a player and what he wants from the team. And I think, as I said, once we get the personnel back and everyone back, I think we're going to come strong at the end of the season.
Pushing to start this week, Marco?
I'm hoping so. We'll see what the coach obviously says after training tomorrow, but yeah, I hope so.
You're fit and right and ready to go for a start just after some limited game time?
Yeah, I'm obviously fit and ready to go. How much I can play, I don't know. I haven't played in a while, so but other than that, yeah, I'm fit.
It's pretty crowded. Stocks up there in the Melbourne City attack. Obviously Andy's still there, Lecky's coming back, Natal, Marin Jokolic, now you as well. I mean, good competition there as well.
Yeah, as I said, when I first arrived, there was always healthy competition in those areas, and I think as a player, it only pushed me to get better. And I was fighting with, at the time, 3 Socceroos in Andy, Mako and Lex, and it took a long time to obviously break through. And same thing now, we got the foreign boys and Andy, Lex is still in those positions, so it just helps me as a player to push in training every day and obviously show the coach why I want to play.
Just getting back to the Asian Cup for a second there, Mark. Obviously, it was a difficult exit for the boys, and speaking to Harry as well after that game, he talked about how some of the boys maybe felt that some things crossed the line there in terms of personal stuff that was said about the boys in commentary. Well, did you notice any of that? What was it like in the camp?
I heard bits and pieces after the tournament, but I don't actually know the full gist of everything. But obviously it was a tough time. We weren't expecting to go home that early, especially in the way the game panned out. So yeah, I think it took a shock for everyone that we were actually going home at that time. And as I said, we weren't ready to go home. So I think with all the emotion and all the build-up of everything, I think it might have overwhelmed a few people. But I think everyone's okay. So.
Is March something you're aiming for, those World Cup qualifiers? If you can get a bit of form happening. Arnie's talked about it being a bit of a transitional time as well. You're one of those younger players.
Yeah, of course. I obviously always honoured to represent the national team, and if I'm able to get caught up again, I'll be delighted. So I'll just push, as I said, every day to try play with the team we have at City. As you said, there's a lot of players, so I just want to push to play well, and then hopefully everything else will sort itself out.
You're looking at a situation where in 16, 18 months you could do the triumvirate of World Cup, Asian Cup and another Olympic Games to go with the one you've already done. What is that like for you at such a young age to be doing all these things?
Yeah, I think I haven't really hasn't all settled in a sort of thing in my head. I haven't really thought about it until you just said it. But yeah, I've just looked forward, and as I said, the Olympic Games, a potential Olympic Games coming up, and I've obviously eyed that off to come back and hopefully go to that. So for me, yeah, as a player, I just want to do what I can, do my best, put my best foot forward to be involved in those teams, and then, as I said, I want to do everything I can to try to help the team be at that Olympic Games. So I hope so. I hope we're there in the end of the year.
Not going to be the biggest event this Saturday. We're just saying around you're going to have Swifty over the road. You've been told to get here real early or anything like that? Like, what's the preparation like when there's going to be 100,000 over the road as well?
Yeah, I've heard traffic's going to be carnage coming in, but isn't Pink playing too or something?
We got a Matchbox 20.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's all happening.
Yeah, it's going to be probably hectic around the city this weekend, but as I said, it's a massive game. If you're not going to Taylor Swift, I'm sure you want to be coming to the derby, so we'll hopefully see everyone there.
Are there any Socceroos or City boys that are secret Swifties?
Not that I know of, possibly, but I'm sure there is.
Probably would be secret, Joey.
No, secret to the public.
No, awesome. Thanks, Marco.
All good.
Yeah, go for it.
What I guess is your assessment of your time at Celtic so far? I mean, the supporters are sort of asking where's Marco when the team sheets come out. Brendan Rodgers said it was kind of a tough adjustment for you stepping over there. I guess what's your assessment of how it's all gone so far? Yeah,
obviously I went over there, did my medical, and I had an injury which kept me out for the first 3 months on my arrival there. That wasn't ideal, and going into a squad like Celtic is never going to be easy, and I missed pre-season. So I was always playing catch-up, and as I said, when I got there, I knew what I was in for, and I just wanted to get myself as fit as possible and try play. And at the first few months, I felt I got to the speed of what the other boys were at, and probably deserved to play, have an opportunity to play. But as I said, there's a lot of players there, a lot of quality, and it's never going to be easy. So it was a tough 6 months for my football, but as I said, it's always a learning curve for me, and we'll see what happens in the future.
And what's the plan now? Is to just get your match fitness and leave you in the best possible shape when you turn up to day one of pre-season next season?
Yeah, that's the goal for me now, is to play as many minutes as I possibly can, and hopefully get, as I said, to the Olympics. That's my main goal of why I came back, because I wanted to be there in the qualifiers. I wanted to be as fit as I possibly can. I feel physically probably the best I have in my career off the field, but obviously match fitness is completely different. So I want to get that back, and I think I'll be raring to go come the end of the season.
And if it doesn't work out at Celtic, I guess the Olympics is a great shop window.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll see what happens. I guess we'll wait to the end of the season, but for now I just want to perform and see what happens then.
Did any of it make you think you went too early, Marco? You said you were very ready when you left.
No, I believed I was ready. I'd done my time here, and I thought I'd done really well, and the build-up all the way till then, when I made that decision to go there, I thought I was ready. You can't tell in football. Obviously, I went away with under 23s and got injured. I didn't thought it was a weak injury. I signed the contract, and obviously I was injured out for 3 months. So it doesn't help. And then you're competing with 8 or 9 other wingers that are just as good as you, if not better, and it's just always going to be a difficult road trying to get into that team of Celtic. But no, I don't think I left too early.
Celtic said they'd been following you for a long time and monitoring you, wanted to bring you in. That was when Ange was coach. Do you think that when Ange left, Brendan comes in, you're all of a sudden you're trying to impress another new cohort of coaches all again?
I think everyone from the board to the coaching staff, I think they're all on the same page. So before Ange was left, I think they all knew what I was capable of, and obviously the gaffer, Brendan Rodgers, had the idea of bringing me in and giving me an opportunity to play, and obviously things didn't work out how I would have liked, and I guess that's just football sometimes.